Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you slept well. Good night's rest. I trust your day is unfolding beautifully. I am using a different deck today. I won't say new because it's not new. I got it quite a while ago. I hadn't used it in public before yet, so we will see what the cards have to say. So this is the Patch Tarot. If any of you are YouTube fanatics like I am, then there's a cute little channel called Spirit Science. It's actually really cute if you have kids who are being introduced to spirituality or chakras or energy work and so forth. And it has a cute character called Patch. And I forget the gentleman's name. I do apologize. Maybe it's on here. Not just Spirit Studios. Anyway, I had belonged to this group for quite a while in the beginning of my journey and learned a lot. And did some classes with them, and the time came when I learned what I needed to learn, and it was time to move on. But I found this deck the other day when I was cleaning up and thought I might use it today. So we will ask for the energies of the day, just as our first question, if you will. I'm not quite sure what we're going to read about today, but let's just get the current energies. The other thing, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the human design chart, but something that is new to me that I just learned about. And there's Christina Strong on YouTube, and she does a daily report, and the report today was pretty intense, talking about what I like to call savior syndrome. So anyway, go check her daily design report out. It was pretty neat. So we'll see if that energy spills over into this. I suspect it will, but deep breath. Can I get the current energy for today? I wanted to come out. Okay. We have the Tower in reverse. So this is a very interesting Tower card, and I'll be honest with you guys, if I hadn't seen it written there, I'm not sure I would have been able to decipher that that's what this is. This card is saying ignorance on it as the keyword. I don't see that as ignorance. When the Tower's in reverse, see, you can see the person right here, kind of fallen upside down, but they're protected, right? They're protected, and there's light coming in. And this looks like a peacock feather to me. I don't know if that's what it's meant to be, but that's what it looks like to me. And the world is falling down around him, right? So that's what the energy of the Tower is. So the Tower isn't always something bad that happens to you, but it is something unexpected. And it does kind of crumble your world a little bit, right? So in tarot, things can be as big or as little as we interpret them. And I don't feel like this is something very, very big. And I do, I'm starting to feel the ignorance now in this. So the ignorance being you avoided whatever this Tower moment is by mitigating it, right? You didn't even necessarily know it was coming, but the actions and the steps that you've taken have reduced the amount of towers that you're going to see in your life, right? The way spirit works is, it's kind of like that, turning up the heat, turning up the heat, turning up the heat till the water boils and you finally jump out of the pot, right? If it turns it up little by little, you don't always necessarily jump out of the pot, right? But if it turns up a little bit and you're sensitive enough to feel that warmth, even at a subtle level come up, you'll jump out of the pot before it has to boil, So I feel like that's what this is. You unknowingly avoided whatever pitfalls were coming as a result of you not jumping out of the pot. And I feel like I'm kind of not making sense here, so let me try to explain it better. The lessons we learn, right? We learn them every day. They're always all around us. And when we're sensitive sensitive enough and aware enough to pay attention to those lessons and make those small butterfly shifts, towers don't have to come. And we don't even have to know about it. That's the ignorance part. We will never have to know what the devastation of the tower would have been. And it doesn't even have to be devastation, right? It could be something good. Towers are just unexpected, right? It's a shift or a change in your world that is completely unexpected. Being ignorant to that tower means you're more aware. It's actually opposite of what you would think, right? It's so expected because you're aware. And that is the ignorance of the tower. And that's the tower reverse, which is good. I mean, we've been kind of on an upswing here with our energies and aware and have had some really beautiful readings and learning our lessons and leveling up and whatnot. And the more aware we stay, the more towers we avoid. And the energy of today is we're avoiding a big one. I don't know what it was, but we've avoided it. So kudos to you guys. That's awesome. Can I hear more about what we are changing? How are we changing? How is this tower avoidance keeping us on our path? These cards want to jump, but I'm not taking them. Thank you. So with this one we have again, I have to read these. They're kind of different. They're cute. Prince of Wands. So Prince of Wands is, Wands is creation energy, right? And the keyword on this is despotic. And I'd actually have to look that up. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know what that means. But I'm guessing it's the opposite of visionary. So visionary is the keyword if it was upright. So I see the lion here, the Leo with strength energy, and he's on I don't even know what those called, like a chariot, I guess you could say. So I do see him as pretty fast moving, right? His ideas, his creation energy is just on fire, right? You can see all that. But this came in the reverse. So I feel like this is letting things happen without feeling the need to control it, which is a beautiful energy, right? This is that energy of things don't happen to you, things happen for you. And you don't have to create them. You have a spark of an idea, you have a catalyst, and then you let go and surrender, and you let the universe bring you what it is that is in your highest good, right? When we create and when we ask for things, we have an idea of the box that it's going to come in when we ask for our blessings, right? And it doesn't always come. In fact, it very often does not come in the box that we expect it. And in those cases, we sometimes can miss the blessing, right? We sometimes don't understand that the blessing is there, right? We don't have we don't let go of that strength, that control, right? And so we miss it. And then we think, okay, well, God didn't answer my prayers, or I couldn't manifest, or I couldn't see this through to completion. But sorry guys, coffee time. When in reality, when you surrender that control, right? When you give it up, when you just plant the seed and let it grow instead of watering it and trimming it and watering it and trimming it and adding more soil and doing whatever and trying to make it grow faster than it should, that's when blessings can be given to you and in bigger boxes than you expected, right? If I expect to get something from one pipeline, the universe has several pipelines it can use to deliver things to you, right? But if I'm only ever focused on that one pipeline and it doesn't come through that line, then I don't think I got it, right? I'm going to give you a good example. So I have been trying to find a yoga studio, right? I've been feeling the calling to get back into a yoga practice. And I am a full-time college student, so as most students are, I am pretty broke all the time. So I'm going through my budget trying to find the money to justify this, not justify, but to pay for this yoga that I want to take. Well, I kind of put it out into the universe and forgot about it, right? Like I kind of sort of have an awareness of what's happening, but at the end of the day, I wasn't going to be able to afford it, so no big deal. Then I made a phone call and called a doctor, trying to find a new therapist in person, because I do therapy online, and was ready since COVID to go back to in-person therapy. So I go to this appointment, and as it turns out, they are recommending, for my case, DBT, which is dialectic behavioral therapy, as opposed to cognitive, right? So this is more of a group therapy situation. Part of the therapy that I was assigned is to attend yoga in the facility. So, universe delivers my yoga classes to me by way of my medical insurance. So, go figure. I mean, had I not pursued what was in my highest good, had I not been willing to be vulnerable and go out there and say, yes, I have an issue and I need some help with it, then maybe I don't get that yoga, right? But see how the universe kind of conspires to make things, it's how do I explain this? They overlap, right? It was a web, right? I needed to get back to in-person therapy. I wanted yoga, and the universe said, oh, look, I can do it all at once. Let me be the magician and give it to you all at once, and tell you what, you don't even have to pay for it because now you can't afford it. So universe delivers us blessings, and it's not always the box we expect. And that's the energy that we're in, and we're starting to see those things. As they come about, we're starting to notice and appreciate and be grateful for them. Because at the end of the day, guys, gratitude is everything, right? It's what brings all of our blessings in, being grateful. It is the highest form of love that you can give back to the divine spirit, source, God, creator. And it's a beautiful energy. I mean, it's the avoiding of the towers. It's allowing things to unfold the way that God decides, right? His imagination is way bigger than ours. Way bigger. I hadn't asked a question yet, but thank you guys. Let's see. Can I get some advice for today? With this new energy that we are all getting accustomed to, can I get some advice for today? Just some advice for today, not trying to change the world yet here. Just advice that we can take throughout our day, make our day a little better, a little nicer, a little more beautiful. I have never seen a card fall like that, guys. That's crazy, huh? Speak the truth. So this truth, this deck has a couple extra cards from the normal tarot deck, and I believe that the truth is one of them. It's clearly throat chakra energy. I just want to look in the book and make sure. The child. The truth. Yeah, see, I knew there's 4 extra major arcana in this deck, and this one's truth. And it's actually a really beautiful card. But I'm going to read real quick. The truth represents the fundamental truth which unites and connects all things in creation. The infinite sea of possibilities from which all manifestations, even the light, emerges. This is simply the concept of infinity. However, the concept of infinity only exists in the presence of the awareness of it. The relationship between the consciousness and infinity is what allows for contemplation of the ultimate and supreme truth above all truths. The appearance of the truth in a reading is a call to bring awareness to what is true, and even to bring a voice to this truth at the very least, so that you may know it to be true yourself. The key speak indicates that in order for the truth to be heard, it must be spoken and shared. It is in the resonance of truth shared with others that we receive the power of the world. So, I mean, I think did we talk about truth? I've been talking a lot about truth lately, or maybe I've been hearing about it. I'm not sure. Look at this card. How crazy is that? It looks like that looks to me like an umbrella, and then we've got the 3 here, right? So I see like Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, or the Divine 3, or me, you, and us. Yourself, your higher self, the divine self, whichever Trinity you subscribe to, I feel like that's there. And then I feel like that's the world. below, right? And it's infusing the energy into the world. But it's also, it's raining the energy back into here, right? So it's cyclical. It is infinity. It's that truth. I mean, for lack of a better way to say it, obviously, and speak your truth. So when you I listened to a video last night about throat chakra energy, and I was surprised to hear, and I hadn't thought of this before, which it surprises me that I don't think of certain things. But it surprised me that speaking your truth also means hearing the truth, right? And it makes sense. You know, there's two sides to every coin. So if your throat chakra is about speaking, then the other side of it would be listening. And understanding the truth when you hear it. You know, as we get higher in our vibration, as we get higher in our spirituality, we're more sensitive to authenticity, if you will. If someone's talking to us and we know them to, you know, I don't know, be a good guy, whatever, and they tell you a white lie, I can tell you this, guys, you will feel it. You will feel it. It's definitely not something that is very obvious. There won't be a word that you can say. There won't be proof that you could say this person's not telling the truth. Or maybe they're not telling their truth, right? Maybe they're still stuck in projection mode, right? This could be a projection. A lot of times, people who are not self-aware will project all of their negative, and sometimes they're positive too. I mean, that's called, I think it's called no, I forget. Transference. Transference is when you project your positive onto someone else. At any rate, when they're not self-aware, then they see themselves and everyone else. Sorry guys, obviously it's funny to speak truth and throat chakra and I can't clear my throat, but okay, whatever. When they can't see themselves, then they can't speak their truth. They're seeing truth reflected to them in other people, but that's not that other person's truth either. It's all an illusion at the end of the day when that happens. So if you think about it, if you put a dog in front of a mirror, right, they'll play with that dog, or they'll growl at it, they'll bark at it, whatever, because they are not self-aware. They don't understand that what they're seeing in the mirror is themselves. That is the best way I can explain how projection and transference works from a person who's not self-aware. An elephant, on the other hand, can look in the mirror and know that it's him. You know, an elephant can look in the mirror and see a bird land on the elephant in the mirror, and he'll reach up on his own head. You know, he's not trying to push at it from the mirror. So knowing the truth, understanding that maybe there's times you are mirroring, maybe there's times you are projecting, maybe there's times you are transferring your positive qualities onto someone else and they're reflected back to you, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? But be aware of it and understand when it's your truth and when it's not. Understand when you're hearing truth and when you're not. These energies are very subtle. And the energies that we've been in lately, you're going to start to notice this more and more. And then you're kind of going to look around and look at other people and go, are you fucking serious right now? Like, did you seriously, like, you seriously expected me to believe that? Like, you don't think I know you're lying? You know, and it's almost going to be so obvious that you're going to be like, how did I miss this? How did I not see this before? And it's just, you know, the picture's becoming a little clearer, and a little clearer. And see how it focuses? You know, when you move fast, it doesn't focus real good. Anyway, enough of that card. Then we get the all. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, we literally got back to back of the two major arcana. This is releasing. All right, that's what it says, release here. These are all in reverse. All of the cards that we've gotten. So, oh, no, except for the truth, are in reverse. So this looks to me like the chakra system, right? And that's the all. When you have, and it could be the planets too, actually, but there's 7. So I see it as the main chakra system. When all of your chakras are in alignment, you're perfectly balanced, right? So you have the bottom 3 chakras, you have the top 3, and the chakra that bridges the gap between the two is the heart chakra. So you have the root chakra, that's like your basic needs, your body, your mind, your spirit. They're all grounded, right? They're centered, they're purified, they are connected with the energy into the earth. You have enough food, you have enough water, you have shelter, basic needs. Then we move into the sacral chakra. I love all dimensions of myself. I delight. I'm actually reading from a flag on my wall, guys, because it's right in front of me, so why not? I delight in everything, the creative tapestry that is life. It's creation. It's drive. It's that motivation to create, right? And from there, we've got the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is my will and divine are one. I'm so connected to the abundant law of the universe and so easily manifest my dreams. Well, solar plexus energy is that connection where we hear the divine. That is that gut feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach, right? So now we move into the heart chakra, which I shouldn't really even have to explain, but I will. My heart is open to receive the energy of love, and I radiate this essence. I walk my path with ease and grace. That's understanding how to give and receive love, right? That cyclical flow of energy where you just allow, right? You're not controlling, like over here, you're just allowing. And that's in alignment, right? Then your throat chakra, which we got kind of over here. I'm aligned with my highest truth and communicate this with love and honor. My words echo softly within the universe. So if your words echo, guys, think about what an echo does. It reverberates back to you, right? And that's that hearing the truth by speaking the truth. By speaking your truth, you will be more open to hearing other truths, or lies as the case may be. Then we move into the third eye chakra. My mind is open to a new vision. I expand my awareness through my higher self. Third eye chakra energy is that growth and allowing and understanding that it's never done, right? The expansion of the universe can never end because there's no end to the universe, right? It's that infinity. It's that infinity symbol, if you think about it, right? It has to curve back on itself. If it was linear, guys, it would have to end at some point. There would be an ending to it. Like the world can't be flat, right? Because we'd fall off the edge of it. It has to be round. So when they say time is infinite, the universe is infinite, your third eye is what allows you to see it as it has to curve back around to you, right? And that's an awareness. That's a growth. And then ultimately our crown chakra. So that's connection to the divine, the source of the universe, the light. And that's you trusting, knowing that you're going to get energy and awareness and knowledge raining down on you from the divine. That comes through your crown chakra. Now, when all of those are in alignment, guys, you've got it all. You've literally got it all. And that is the all. And releasing the need to understand it at a 3D level because you feel it, right? We're not always going to understand in our brains, in our minds, what's happening, but we'll feel it. That emotion, that feeling, that's your energy. That's the divine. That's the knowing. That's the all, if you will. The all depicts an innate field of spirit manifesting, a never-ending spiral creation at holy temples, representing the infinite ways of appreciation and honoring spirit. The planets are aligned along this vortex pillar as well, depicting the celestial chakra as we comprehend them. This cord is tethered to Dot, the tree of life, which represents knowledge, the bridge between idea and what we call reality. This is the only true measure of how we may come to know God. I mean, it confirmed what I said. You're just aligned. You're aligned. Everything's happening. Everything's in perfect alignment. There's no better way to say that. And what you don't see coming, Ace of Cups. It's the beginning in love. It's compassion. It's having compassion for yourself. having, you know, look at the card. It looks to have like a target on it. You know, they say, what's that saying? You have a target on your back? Well, this target's on the heart. And it's not a target for attack. It's a target for awareness. It's a target to know that hurt people, that people aren't innately good, that monsters are not born, they're created, that compassion for having an understanding, right, of the all, of the truth, of letting it go, of avoiding these towers, that's going to be the ultimate helper, if you will, in mitigating these new energies. Have compassion. Have compassion for yourself above all. Guys, it took you how long to get here, right? And what do they say to a woman when she has a baby, right? She has a baby and it takes 9 months to get there, and then she's all upset that she's not, you know, a size 2 when she comes out of the hospital. And they say it takes 9 months to get there and 9 months to get back, right? Well, I've lived 50 plus years on this planet, and it's going to take me, I hope not 50 plus years. I think I heard something that said it will take you, I was listening to The Courage to be Disliked, and in part of that audiobook that he talks about, it will take you half of the amount of time that you've lived to change. And not change like little things, but like change your subconscious, right? So I'm looking at 25 years before my subconscious fully changes. Well, I don't even know if I'll be around in 25 years. But if you start when you're 20, it'll only take you 10 years. You start when you're 10, it takes you 5 years. You start when you're 30, it takes you 15 years. So it's proportional, right, to the amount of time that we've put in building the subconscious as it takes to unravel it and reprogram it, if you will. So be gentle with yourself. Have compassion for yourself. I mean, you're there, guys. We've got 2 of the extra major arcana that came in this deck in particular. And we've got 3 major arcana total. And what's funny to me is everything came in reverse except for, as far as the major arcana, except for the truth. So that tells me that, have you ever heard that saying, reality is backwards? The truth of the matter is most things are backwards, right? Most things will appear backwards. And we're understanding that. And in that new understanding is a new chapter in love, a new chapter in self-love, appreciating yourself, appreciating others, allowing them to bless you as you bless them, and understanding that it's not about giving gifts or acts of service or any of the 5 love languages. It is a feeling, you guys. It's a feeling that we share, and it grows. And in doing so, we change the world, right? So those are your messages for today. I hope this helps. I am going to get a soul card. This is one I have not used in public at all. I've been using it for a while for myself. I pull one of these for myself every morning. And I actually found it. My intuition teacher, the birthday gift, Natasha, was using these in class one day, and I was so impressed by them I had to buy them. But I digress. Anyway, let's get a soul card for today. Let's get a soul card for today, please. Soul card. Soul energy for today to go with this beautiful reading. Soul card for today, please. So, these cards, as you can see, are not your typical oracle or tarot. They're simply a picture, and you're meant to just reflect on it. So I'm going to hold it here for a minute, let you guys take a screenshot if you want, and let's see if I can center that. And just meditate on that for a minute. What does that mean to you? I see this as the subconscious. It's below the surface, right? Most of our actions, if you will, most of our thoughts, most of our habits, most of our reactions are at a subconscious level. And this up here to me is not disrupting, but stirring it up, right? Stir It Up, that song by Bob Marley. Stirring up the energy of the conscious and bringing that subconscious into awareness. And as we bring it into awareness, guys, we reveal things. And as things are revealed, we have to show compassion, right? We have to show... I see a butterfly in there. I don't know if you guys would see that as a butterfly. I see it as a butterfly, which is transformation. It's change. It's evolution. And I'm hearing that Beatles song Revolution. So go stir it up in revolution today, guys. That's the energy I feel from this card. So you guys meditate on this card, study it, see what it speaks to you. Because like I always say, Spirit speaks your language. And it's not always what I see in the cards that is meant for you. And if you see one of my readings and it doesn't feel right or it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you. But maybe you'll hear something in it that somebody else needs to hear. It may not be everything you need to hear today. Maybe you'll need it 2 weeks down the road. Maybe there's something in here that you can share with someone else that will help them. Either way, that's why I don't do, that's why I don't do readings for specific astrological signs. If you notice, none of my readings have, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sag, whatever. It's just a message for today. And I always put the date on there, but it doesn't have to be for today. Like I said, it could be that you hear it today and it's information that you use later. This is just the energy that I'm feeling in the collective. It's the majority, if you will. And you might be one of the minorities. So, anyway, little PSA there at the end. At any rate, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you so much. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day, and I trust your day will be amazing. Bye for now. Love and light.